we are going to begin this yoga practice actually lying on our side. So bend both knees. That helps protect your lower back. And meet me down on your shoulder like this. You can use your arm as a pillow. And we're going to begin with a gentle twist. So from this position, you're going to bring this top arm and gently reach it back. Nothing too extreme. What I want you to make your focus here is keeping your knees stable. So they're going to want to pop up off the ground as you twist. Try not to let that happen. So you definitely do not need to get your top shoulder to the ground. Mine's not even close to the ground. You're just letting the weight of your top arm hang heavy and allowing your body to do whatever it needs to do as you're gently moving deeper and deeper into this position. Twisting is powerful. It's awesome not only for your spine, but it's great for digestion. It's great for immunity. It's great for toning and strengthening your core. It's also a nice way to gently warm up. Pull your belly button to spine. On your next inhale, bend your elbow a little bit and then come back to center. Hang out here for a second. This position is really gentle and really restorative for your lower back, so it can feel good to stay here every once in a while. We, of course, are going to switch to the other side. So keeping your knees bent, roll onto your back and then all the way to the other side. Using your bottom arm as a pillow. Take a breath here. Then on your next exhale, belly button to your spine. Bring your top arm back. Let it hang heavy. So the cool thing about twisting this way, where we stabilize our lower half of our body and twist with our upper half, is it's a nice opening for our chest. It counteracts what we do in our everyday life, which is typically hunch forward. So it's a little different way of twisting, but really beneficial. Now, if this is ever way too intense for you, what you can do is get a pillow, put it right here, and then let your arm rest on the pillow. That can be a little more supportive. So feel free to do that at any point if that's what you need. We're going to hang out here for one more breath. To move out of this position, pull your belly button to your spine, bend your arm, inhale, come back to where we started, just resting on your side. Now, keeping your knees bent, use your next inhale to gently push up and meet me in child's pose. So bring your big toes together to touch, knees mat width apart, sink your hips back towards your heels, and then bring your forehead to the mat if that's available. If that's not available, another option is to have a yoga block. Bring your forehead to your yoga block. A great option if you don't have a yoga block is to stack your fists and bring your forehead to your fists. Now, if this amount of flexion, meaning this amount of knee bend, is too intense for you, this is where a pillow would be another great addition to your practice. So you could put a pillow right here, and that would make the flexion a little less intense. If the pressure on your knees is bothering you, you can find a blanket or a towel to put under your knees. Now, if this feels really good, you can stay. If you'd like to add a side body stretch, then on your next exhale, bring your arms over to the right. Let your head hang heavy. Take a few deep breaths here. Belly button to your spine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, move to the other side. Jaw is relaxed. Inhale back to center. On your next inhale, gently roll up and meet me at the top of your mat in a standing position. Do a couple big shoulder rolls once you get there. Feet are right under your hips. Toes are going straight forward. Hands at heart center. We're going to do what's called a half vinyasa. So on your next inhale, bring your arms up to high prayer. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees slightly. So you're in a forward fold. Body weight's in the balls of your feet, not your heels. Head is heavy. Inhale, do a halfway lift, meaning you lengthen out parallel with the ground. Belly button pulls up really strong. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees if they aren't already. Then inhale, rise up, high prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. Awesome. Step back with your right leg, left leg forward. And with these next couple exercises, the longer your stance, the more intense it's going to be. The shorter your stance like this, the easier it will be. So you decide how far apart you want your feet. You want your left toes pointing straight ahead. Right toes are perpendicular to that. And if you drew a line from your front heel, your left heel, all the way to your back foot, it would hit the arch of your back foot. Your hip bones here are squaring to the side. Float your arms up. Front leg is straight to start with. And then reach your left arm back into what's called reverse triangle. You can look down at the ground or up at the sky, depending on what feels best on your neck. Belly button pulls towards your spine. Now on your next exhale, gently circle out of it so you're coming forward and around. Float your arms up. Now lunge forward, left knee over your left ankle. Awesome. Now if possible, keep your left knee bent just like this and reach back like we just did, but with a bent knee. This is called reverse warrior. Look up at the sky or down at the ground. Belly button to your spine. Exhale, circle out of it. We're going to do both of those one more time. So straighten your front leg, reach back. Our intention here is to get a really beautiful side body stretch. So on each exhale, go a little deeper. Belly button to your spine. Exhale, slowly and gently circle out. Float your arms up. Lunge forward, left knee over your left ankle. Good. Reach back, reverse warrior. So once again, these two exercises, these two poses are the exact same, except for what's going on with our front leg. In reverse triangle, our front leg is straight. In reverse warrior, our front knee is bent. Exhale, circle out of it. Really nice. Straighten your front leg. And now we're going to switch our toes. So hips are going to stay facing to the side like this. Bring your left toes now so they're parallel with your right. And now bring your right toes so they're perpendicular. So we're going to just go to the other side. So once you've switched your feet like that, float your arms up. On an exhale, reach back with your right arm. Reverse triangle on this side. Decide what feels best on your neck. So pay attention to where you're allowing yourself to gaze. On your next exhale, belly button to your spine. Use your core strength to circle out with control. Float your arms up. Lunge forward, right knee over your right ankle, warrior two. Exhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Right knee stays bent. Now, when we do it like this, the beautiful thing is not only are we stretching, but when we're in this lunge position, we're strengthening as well, which is awesome. Belly button to your spine. Exhale, circle out. Really nice. Straighten your front leg. That'll feel good. A little break. Reach back, reverse triangle. Relax your neck and your jaw. Strong core. Exhale, circle out. Final one. Float your arms up. Lunge forward, right knee over your right ankle. Warrior two. Reach back, reverse warrior. Push through the pinky toe side of your back foot. So not only are we lengthening here, but we're also lengthening our back leg. One more inhale. Then on your exhale, circle out of it. Really nice. Straighten your front leg. Good. You can toe heel your feet back together. And then we're going to do another half vinyasa, hands at heart center, strong posture. Notice how good it feels to have your side body lengthened. On your next inhale, arms up, high prayer. Exhale, fold forward, soften your knees as you go down, belly button pulls up. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out, shoulders pull towards your hips. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, rise to stand. High prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. Really nice. We're gonna do a little balancing here. So if you need to grab a chair to hang on to or go to the wall, feel free to do that. What I'm gonna have you do to start with is bring your arms out to a T. Whenever we have our arms out to a T, regardless of the position, that's gonna help us balance. So with that being said, pretend like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans so you're engaging your core, strong posture, and lift your right knee up. So maybe you just hover your toe off the ground like this. Maybe you lift your knee all the way up with your right toes flexed. Whatever works for you. If you want a bigger challenge balance-wise, you can bring your hands closer to your midline. So you do what you need to do here. Keep in mind that falling out of a balanced posture is part of learning how to balance better. So it's part of the process. No big deal. If you fall out, just come back in. We're going to try hanging out here for another 3 seconds. 2. Drop down, shake it out. Awesome. Roll your shoulders a few times. Take a deep breath. And then we'll move right to the other side. Strong posture. Arms out to a T. Lift your left toes up. Maybe they're hovering. Maybe you're lifting your knee all the way up. Deep breaths. Relaxed face. For a bigger challenge, hands closer to your midline. Look at something that's not moving. So you're focusing your gaze. Focus in yoga is often referred to as your drishti. One final breath. Awesome. Both feet down. Balancing is so amazing in regards to strengthening not only your big muscle groups, but the small stabilizing muscles in your body as well. So you just did your body a world of good there. Let's do another half vinyasa, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stay here. Once again, make sure your knees are soft. So soft, in fact, that you're allowing your chest to rest on your thighs, if that feels okay. Then bring your hands to your opposite biceps, forehead to your forearms. So you're pulling your shoulders up to get your forehead there. And hang heavy here. This position is called ragdoll. Sometimes in ragdoll, it can feel good to gently rock your upper body side to side. Now, whenever we're in a forward fold, we want our body weight out of our heels and in the balls of our feet. So make sure that's happening here. If you want to experiment with straightening your legs, you're welcome to do that. One is that better than the other. So in other words, when your knees are bent in a forward fold, the benefit of that is it really allows your lower back to release. When your legs are straight, the benefit is you get some nice lengthening happening in the backs of your legs and your hamstrings or calves. So each time you find a forward fold, you just have to decide what you need today, what your intention is with the pose. Now, if your legs are straight, rebend them, release your arms, and gently bring yourself down to a seated position using your hands at any point. Then bend your knees, roll to your shoulder, and then all the way to your back. we're going to finish up here before Shavasana with a hip opener, a hip pull. So with that being said, ooh, I'm losing my mic here. Excuse me, there we go. With that being said, plant both feet, knees are bent, and then pull your right knee into your right shoulder. And just hang out here for a second. Then grab, with your right hand, grab your knee. With your left hand, grab your right ankle and pull your knee across your body. So your right knee is going towards your left shoulder. And you can even pull your right ankle up towards your left shoulder. Take some deep breaths. Keep your right hip planted with this particular exercise. What we're trying to do is lengthen the right side of our right leg. So that is more than likely where you're wanting to feel this one. Good. Release. Pull your right knee in towards your right shoulder. You can grab behind your thigh or on your shin like this. Then gently flex your right toes. As you're pulling in towards your shoulder, have your leg push against your arm. So you're kind of creating your own resistance. You're pushing your leg out as your arms are pulling in. Big inhale here. Exhale, relax, pull your knee in. We're going to do that 2 more times. Push your leg out against your hands. On your next exhale, release and relax. 1 more time, push. Exhale, release. Good. Before we move to the other side, we're going to do a twist here. So extend your left leg out. Grab your knee with your left hand, and on an exhale, gently pull your knee across your body. You decide when you need to stop. Try to keep your right shoulder down. So we started with the twist. We're ending with the twist. But you'll notice that this twist feels a little different because we are twisting from our lower half of our body this time instead of from the upper half. Belly button to your spine. Inhale, come up. Beautiful. Drop both feet. Let your knees tent in for a second. That helps release your lower back. Take a breath. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So pull your left knee into your chest and then out towards your left shoulder. Hang out here for a sec. Then when you're ready for the hip pull, bring your left hand to your left knee, right hand to your left ankle, and gently pull both across your body towards your right shoulder. So that means ankles pulling up gently. If you can't reach your left ankle, then try just grabbing like this on your shin. That's just fine. The whole idea here is just pulling this whole unit up and across. So whatever that means for you today is excellent. Left hip stays grounded because remember, we're trying to stretch out the side of our thigh. So if our left hip pops up, what happens is we move kind of into a twist. That's not our intention quite yet. So keep your left hip grounded, gently pull so we can lengthen here. Good, good. Now pull your left knee in towards your left shoulder. You can grab your shin or behind your thigh. As you pull in now, use an inhale to push out, creating your own resistance. Exhale, relax, knee towards your shoulder. Inhale, push out. Exhale, release. 1 more time like that. Inhale, push out. Exhale, knee in. Very nice. Now let's move into our supine twist on this side. So extend your right leg out on the mat. Grab your left knee with your right hand. On an exhale, gently pull your knee across. Again, you decide when you need to stop. Left shoulder stays down on the mat. Deep breaths. Relax your face and your shoulders. On your next inhale, come back to center. Really nice. You can pull both knees into your chest if that would feel good. Wiggle your toes. Then plant your feet on the ground. Let your knees tent in again. Release your lower back. And we are making our way to our final resting pose, Shavasana. So bring your hands so that your palms are up. Shoulders, of course, are away from your ears. Gently drop your chin. And if this position with your legs feels good on your lower back, then stay. Another option is to extend your legs out mat width apart and let your pinky toes fall towards the ground. So the whole intention of Shavasana is really to soak up the benefits of what you just did. So in other words, it's your time to rest and relax and restore. Really nice practice. Enjoy. When you're ready to come back to your body, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Then roll to your side with your knees bent. The exact same position we were in when we began this workout. Rest. Take a breath or two. On your next inhale, gently push yourself up to a seated position. Eyes stay closed. And once you found a position that works well for you, it's comfortable, then sit up nice and tall. Pull your hands into heart center. Drop your chin. Take a deep breath. Honor yourself for what you just did. And then let's end with our blessing. So bring your hands to the space between your eyes. May you have peace in your thoughts today. Hands to your lips. May you have peace in your words. And hands to your heart. May you have peace in your heart and actions. Namaste.